I'm gonna move my knee out of this live. Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who is there? I know this is a surprise logged on, but guess I'm a little too late tonight. It's 9:38. Who is up? Wait, it's 10:38. I realize it's really late because it's actually 1 hour behind here. So in St. Vincent it's gonna be 10:38. Oh my God, this is wrong timing. Anyway, guys, good night. Good night, everybody. How are you doing? It's been a long time since I've been on. Since October I was on, and this is now December. I'm very embarrassed about it. Nevertheless, I am here. It's better late than never. And I just want to let you know that I'm always thinking about you guys, even though I'm not on here a lot due to calls. Hopefully I'll get some downtime soon. So anyway, I just want to bring everybody a word of encouragement tonight. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that I'm just getting over a little cough and cold. It had me down for a few days, and so I wanted to come on, but I couldn't come on because I was like coughing like crazy. So I'm finally getting over and I feel much better. It looks like it was the flu, but my resistance is a bit strong, so it didn't really do anything except that I had a cold in my throat and the whole congestion. Anyway, enough of that whole drama. How is everybody doing? I can't even see the comments here, but how is everybody doing? It's coming to the end of the year. It's been one of those years, and I don't know what for you, but this year has been a year of so many changes, so many disruptions, so many ups, so many downs. But in spite of it all, you have to count it as a blessing. Sometimes when things are happening in your life, you're gonna feel like if you just want to give up, and you want things your way and they're not going your way, and you're telling yourself, well, if I can't get this, then I don't want anything else. Sometimes you don't even see beyond your clouds. Sometimes you're experiencing pain and you can't even see behind your clouds. And that is where faith comes in. Sometimes we tend to look at our current situation and we tend to judge where we are going based on our current situation. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that we often make, because I'm telling you here tonight, if I had just looked at my current situation growing up, or even last year or even the year before, I would never have been where I am today. But I always say, even while it doesn't look like if it's gonna happen, it will happen. Sometimes it's heartbreak, sometimes it's loss of a job, sometimes it's hopelessness because you don't have any money, sometimes it's not being able to pay your rent, sometimes it's worries from people who you love, all these things. And sometimes you take it on, you don't feel like if you can survive, you don't know how to cope. But sometimes not getting what you want is a blessing. So whatever situation you are going through tonight, I just want to encourage you that you do not give up. Do not give up. Have some faith. Even while you feel like you're dying, you're heartbroken and you cannot make it, have some faith. And when I say have faith, I don't just mean sit around and wait on things to change. Sometimes you have to be a go-getter. And when I talk about go-getter, I'm not talking about go-getting anybody. Right? Because when it comes to these things, I believe that the actions you take should be about improving yourself. So be a go-getter in going after your dreams, in letting go of anything that is pulling you down, that is dragging you down. Even when it feels so hard to let go, you have to have the courage to let go and move on. Stop carrying the baggage with you. Stop dragging people and dragging things that are weighing you down. Learn to just let go things. If even when it pains you, you have to get up one day, and sometimes you might get up and feel all angry, and that's okay, because the anger is what will really drive you to act. So, because when you see, when you're feeling pity, when you're feeling pitiful, and when you're feeling all sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim, you never get the motivation or the inspiration to act. But you see, when you get angry, don't take that anger and do violent things. Take that anger and go in the right direction. Whatever it is that you want in your life, take that anger and let it drive you in the direction that you need to go. Don't waste your anger and cursing and trying to get people to see reasoning. People won't see what they not. It doesn't. If they're not seeing it, they won't see it even if you try to convince them. So if you are in a situation where you're heartbroken or whatever it is that is bugging you down, sometimes it's best you let go. But here's the thing about it. At the time when it's happening, you don't ever believe that things will be better. But if you have that perseverance, if you have that faith, and if you have that drive and that righteous anger to really get out of your mess, when you take those actions, eventually you will get out of your mess and you will laugh. You will look back at your situation, if you can remember it, because sometimes you don't even remember it. You will look back at the situation. You will look back at the people who try to make your life so miserable, and you will just laugh. You know what kind of laughter it will be? Laughter of happiness. Not laughter because you want to taunt them, because you don't even have time for that. When you reach to that point, you're not gonna even have time to say, okay, revenge, being vengeful, even having malice. You're gonna be so happy and relieved that you're gonna wish these people well, because that's the point where that's where you will be at. But you have to take that first step. Get out of the victim mode and start taking steps in your life. A new year is approaching. This year is ending. And some of us, when we started in this year, we had plans, we had goals, we had dreams. Now it's time for you to reflect and ask yourself, what is it that I did that was good? What is it that I needed to improve? And don't just look at it from backward. Look forward. How can I change my perspective? How can I change my situation? How can I improve? Ask yourself these questions. How can I improve? What can I do to make my life better? What can I do to make the lives of others who I love and appreciate better? Because sometimes it's not just about you. But don't waste your time on people who do not have you, have you up. Sometimes we want to force ourselves into the lives of people who do not appreciate us. And that is where we feel the most pain. We feel the most pain when we are pushing ourselves into situations and into people who do not see our worth. So this year, coming here, God's willing, look at this month here, and this is flying fast. Look at your situation and see how you can change. But at the same time, just remember, even if you're in pain right now, even things not going your way, it doesn't mean that it's always gonna be like that. It's not gonna always be like that. Count it as a blessing. Whatever is happening now, tell yourself it is a blessing, because most times the things that are causing you pain, they are there to push you in the right direction. And when you are in the right direction, you're gonna look back at them and say, yes, this was a blessing in disguise. Some things and some people are not meant to be in our lives. Some people and some things are not meant to be in our lives. They are there for a reason and for a season. And this is something that we keep repeating. Everybody says it. So you have to internalize that and realize that you cannot hold on to people. As much as you would love to have certain people in your life, you have to reach to the point where you start letting go of people who do not want to be held. Because when you hold on to people who are trying to get away from you, you are just causing yourself more pain. I can't even see any comments. I don't know if anybody's commenting, but if you are, I will respond to your comments after. My whole thing tonight is to just send a message out there. I don't know who needs to hear it, but just live your life one day at a time. If you're going through hardships and depression is real. Take one day at a time. Seek someone that you can talk to, who can help you. Do not go and go telling your worries to any and anybody. There are some people, they listen to you, but they do not have anything good to tell you. So find somebody who, sometimes all you just need is somebody to listen to you, because when they listen, you're getting it off your chest. Find things to occupy your life. Do not just sit around and moan. If outside of your job, what else do you do to occupy yourself? I find that one of the things that is healing is when I focus on other things that are helping, that are beneficial to others. Do you have a hobby that you enjoy doing? Is there something, maybe painting, whatever it is? Start finding outside of your work. If you're not working, then invest in a hobby. That hobby can become your business. Do not just sit around and wait on people to hand for you and to show themselves on you. You get up and you start making it happen. There's a saying that where there is a will, there is a way, and I am living testimony of that. Where there is a will, there is a way. And sometimes we have to speak these things into our lives. You have to be really positive about it. But behind that positivity, we have to take action. Sometimes I don't even know how it's gonna be, but I will speak it and I say, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna happen. And if we and people say, well, you know what? But I know, I just know, because I'm determined. And when I believe that when you're so determined, things are gonna just fall into place for you. But you have to, don't go lukewarm and just all nitty gritty about it. Put all your passion, put all of your energy and your passion into whatever it is that brings you joy. Put all of your passion into that and go for it. You got one life, one shot, one life to live. One life. Live it to the fullest of your ability, and do not live it. Don't be timid about it. Do not live to please people. Don't care what people want to say. At the end of the day, if you live to see you're old and gray, you're going to look back and you're going to regret, because you know what? You are all concerned about what people are going to say when I start living my life. Sometimes we're timid like that because we don't want to be criticized and we don't want to make mistakes. Some people even to come on a live, oh, I don't want to think because I don't know how, because I'm ashamed. No, listen, you make your mistakes, and don't, every one of us will make mistakes, and don't let anybody push those mistakes in your face. Because sometimes people like to do that. They like to remind you of certain things. I am at the point where I don't even care. So it's a waste of time trying to do that. Ain't nobody could make me feel less of a woman or less confident. So if you try to remind me of my past, it wouldn't make any sense, because my past, I am not my past. I was at a different point in my life. So no, judge me based on the point on where I am now. Don't tell me about my past. I am not my past. I was much younger. I was much stupid. I was unwise. I didn't have any knowledge. Still, I'm stupid. I'm still stupid and crazy. But you get the gist of it. So guys, I just want to encourage you. Start looking. It's not too late. Don't wait until the end of the year and say, oh, I'm going to do one of those things where you say, oh, resolutions. Start today. Look at your life. Reflection is so good when you can reflect. Reflection should be a key part of your daily habits. Reflecting on your life and asking yourself, what is it that I can do better? What can I do to it? And sometimes when you reflect, you really see what you're all about. Sometimes it brings a little sadness, but then in that sadness, you realize, you know what? I can do these things to improve my life. Some people don't wanna reflect. They all about doing things that's gonna bring them temporary joy. So some people might be choosing parties, drinking, they do things that's gonna blank their memory and put off whatever. But I say the bravest people are the people who face their issues head on. You see, when you face your issues head on and you get out of your comfort zone, you become so brave that you feel like, okay, you can conquer the world. Sometimes that is how I feel. A lot of times that's how I feel. So you don't have time for timidity. You don't have time for opinions of others. And if they criticize, you take whatever the criticism is and you see where you can improve and you just move on with your life. That's the whole thing. And remember, practice makes perfect. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, you cannot just become an expert at anything. You have to start from scratch. Sometimes we want to get everything at the same time. We want to be all polished at the same time. But it doesn't happen like that. You have to practice. You have to put in that effort. So whatever is going on in your life, guys, count it as a blessing in disguise. Because somewhere down the road, you will realize that if it's causing you pain now, because it's meant to push you in the direction that will bring you joy. But at the same time, remember that life is about ups and downs. So it's all about enjoying the good times, and when the bad times come, it's learning to dance and learning to just move through the waves. So that at the end of the day, you're not just existing, but you're thriving, and you're not putting off your happiness for when that time comes, but you're you're as much as possible to be happy now. One of the things that affects our happiness is when we try to worry about the future. So we are anxious. And much of our distress comes because we get anxious about things. But if we try to stay in the moment and try to be present and try to be content while we are working on ourselves and trying to get more, our lives will be so much easier. But many times we are so occupied worrying about what the future holds, and worrying about what other people are doing, and feeling unappreciated and all of that, that we do not really live in the moment and be happy. Don't put off your happiness till tomorrow. Live now, be happy, let go of the worries that is the things that are trying to bring you down, and just move and just live one day at a time. Get up thankful and see how you can make your life as meaningful as possible, and at the same time make sure that you give out something positive. Whatever you sow is what you will reap, and more than when you sow, you reap more than you sow. So if you sow good seeds, it will multiply. So just make sure that you just sow those good seeds. Be kind, be generous with your time. Maybe whatever it is that you have, you don't have to have money, but be generous. Somebody needs help them. Don't be bad-minded, help them. All right, guys, so that's my talk for tonight, guys. Whatever you do, have a great rest of the week. I will be in again, hopefully not so long like I took the last time, but have a blessed night and be good. All right, thanks for viewing. Bye.